Hi, I'm Don from DonDronesOn. One question today. What is wrong with the RPAS team at Transport Canada? The Transport Canada RPAS team held consultation sessions on their proposed fee hikes and new low-risk BVLOS operations in June of this year. At the time, they said they would publish a What We Heard report in the summer of 2021. Here's their slide saying exactly that. Well, they finally did release that report on October the 13th, 4 full months later, and not in the summer by any stretch. And guess what? It's complete rubbish. To be honest, I don't like trashing these guys. I know some of them are working really hard. This is a management problem. Whoever wrote this 7-page report was allowed to send it out. I'm sure it was fully reviewed by managers and deemed acceptable by them. I'm sorry, this is not acceptable, and I'm pissed off that my hard-earned taxpayer money is being wasted on this stuff, and I won't stop bitching about it until things improve. The problems start right on the title page. There's no date. There's no author. A report with no author is a report from someone who feels zero accountability. And don't try a "our policy says" nonsense. The original advisory circular on the BVLOS proposal was clearly authored. It's got Felix Mounier's name right on it, the prior director of the RPAS team. And I praised him at the time for showing exactly that, accountability. There is zero accountability in this report. Oh, there is a pretty drone picture on the title page though. But guess what? A quick Google image search shows that this is an Adobe stock image, priced at $105. It makes you wonder if these guys even fly drones, doesn't it? So let's look at what they managed to produce in 4 months. 5 pages of text, 1,643 words. Basic math puts that at 82 words per working day from June to October. Over half of those words are a summary of the proposal, including a full-page table of the proposed fees. In the overview of comments section, the important part, everything is anecdotal. There are no charts, no tables summarizing the results, nothing quantitative. Even the number of people providing feedback is couched in vagaries. Over 697 stakeholders, over 50 comments, and more than 60 stakeholders attended feedback sessions. Why can't they count and just give the number? Now, they proudly state that they shared this proposal with, again, over 697 stakeholders via the RPAS Task Force's distribution list and the Canadian Aviation Advisory Council. I don't get it. There are 59,708 drone pilots in Canada as of August 2021, and they have every one of our email addresses. Why are they incapable of creating a distribution list that gives everyone news like this proposal? Every company in the world seems to be able to send me spam. Why can't Transport Canada? This is not hard. Talk to SurveyMonkey. They'll sort you out in no time. For less than the cost of your stock photo drone picture, by the way. Then they say the proposal was, quote, also shared on TC's Let's Talk Transportation webpage. Bullshit. I had never heard of this webpage, to be honest, but when I Googled it, they list both open and closed TC consultations. And this proposal is not listed there. Why did they make this up? It's just not true. And they have a section for this kind of stuff on the main drone safety page, but the proposal's not mentioned there either. Why is Transport Canada so incompetent about communicating with their stakeholders? Oh, it's because they only consider you a stakeholder if you are a public safety organization, training provider, manufacturer and service provider, and non-recreational RPAS operator. They say it up front, And they use that exact same list in their conclusion. Public safety organizations, training providers, manufacturers and service providers, and non-recreational operators each provided their own unique perspective on the proposed fees. Recreational drone pilots, comprising what, 80–90% of the certified drone pilots in Canada, say 50,000, aren't even worth mentioning, let alone asking for their opinions directly. The problem is that the proposal includes fee increases that affect all of us, doubling the drone registration fee from $5 to $10, as well as introducing new and substantial $150 fees for even low-risk SFOC applications that used to be free. And these fees are basically subsidizing the much higher expenses associated with Transport Canada's support for larger, huge commercial drone operations operating beyond visual line of sight. Surprise, surprise, the report says that the commercial operators asking for and benefiting from these new and changed rules are generally happy. And training providers, they're happy too, because ground schools for these new operations will be mandatory. And TC pats themselves on the back for waiving the fees for first responders, which is a pretty obvious step. Every part of the overview of comments section, the important part of this report, is wishy-washy. It's as if it was written on a bus without any actual comments in front of them. The response was mixed, generally positive feedback, a few minor concerns. The response varied. Some said this, some said that. I recognize some of my own feedback in the verbiage, to be fair, so not all is lost. But I definitely get the impression that their proposals are just going to go ahead unchanged. There's a theory that says a person's first words often reveal exactly what they don't want you to know. And that certainly rings true here. The remotely piloted aircraft systems industry continues to grow and expand, providing exciting new opportunities for the Canadian economy. What is TC's focus for drones? Industry and the economy. And when they don't even mention recreational pilots as stakeholders in their conclusion, well, they can't pass that off as an unfortunate oversight or typo. It's Transport Canada's words, written, reviewed, and approved by their no author, no accountability team. A link to the What We Heard report is in the description below this video. Please read it. And if you're a recreational or light commercial drone pilot and are sick of paying fees, following the rules, passing stupid exams, and yet being treated like a second-class citizen, you know what to do. Insist on representation, insist on being listened to, and insist on accountability. Send your comments to the Minister of Transport and the Director of the Transport Canada RPAS team. Their names and their email addresses are in the description below the video. Thanks for watching. Safe and happy flying.